Hello! Alright, so this is a Dota 2 cast, guys. I hope you're doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, let's just go. So, yeah, this is Scene Secret. Oh, I heard a charge. It looks like they're trying to get on top of Ramses here, but he's going to be fine. Looks like we have a techies on Roger. That's kind of weird. That's cool at the same time. Oh, hello, that is an Astro. We'll probably set up the Sandstorm with the Burrow Strike, and Jesus, they even have the Silencer from the techies to make sure that's an easy kill. So 2 and 3 here at the start between VP and Team Secret in terms of win probability. Looks like Virtus Pro has a slight edge. Onisha. Oh, we do see a charge over here. Looks like it's going to be towards the crypto. Maybe expecting the creep wave to die and then the Sand King to be... Oh, hello, hello. We have an Arcane Orb here with the Burrow Strike once again. Pretty tanky cow, but it's going to be taken out thanks to the pure damage of that OD. They do get another silence here onto the Doom, and the damage from the Arcane Orb is more than enough. That's a double kill for no one. They're diving tier 2s very early right here. The hammer's going to be laid down. Can they actually get on top of Zai? The damage is not going to be enough. It looks like they do have a charge towards this OD, but it looks like no one. He wants to get their kill, and they will get it. That is a triple kill, but no one will probably be taken out by that tower. Roger also gets found here between the tier 2 and tier 3, and it looks like Pasha might find Nisha. Ooh, hello. Okay, it's fine. Alright, guys, pretty interesting beginning here for the game. I actually don't have the chat open, so I don't know if it's like if you have any problems. If you do have any problems, make sure to tell me on chat, because I did open it now, and we should be good to go. Mine here, just gonna be laid down by Roger. Actually, oh, I need 1 second, guys. I have one little thing that I need to do. Do apologize, we'll probably miss a kill here, but it's important. Oh god, there we have it, and there we have it. Yeah, now we're 100% good to go. I apologize, guys. Alright. We didn't miss any kills, it looks like. It looks like Roger is also waiting for the rune here. He has 2 points here in the blast off, 3 points in the proximity mines with a crown. And it looks like he might be going for the Veil of the Escort pretty surely. Charge here in the creep wave. If you guys don't know, Yapster is being subbed by AO, so this is not the full roster. Team Secret. Oh, hello. Asho just made his Sandstorm here. No points in Caustic. Now he's gonna get feared away from his Sandstorm. And they are bringing one hero here, but I doubt they can actually get this kill. And the Sand King is just going to disengage. I'm not sure if I'm streaming. Oh, I see the problem. I see the problem. Well, if there's anyone watching, let me know if there's any problems on the stream. As you know, I just started casting. Usually my casts are like that. Alright, they will try and push this tower here. At the same time, in the river, we see the Doom being committed onto the Sand King. They do not have enough damage. In fact, Nisha doesn't find the kill on either the Dazzle or the Sand King. They're gonna get a charge onto these little techies here. Some mines being laid out. The Astro setting up for the epicenter. Pasha really wants to go for this. Where is the Burrow Strike? There you have it. And with that Veil and the hammer, that is an easy kill. It's actually no one that finds another kill for himself. And with Ramses showing up, it looks like Puppy might fall. And this is a double kill for the OD. 5 and 2. This early game right here. And the win probability keeps on slowly increasing towards VP here, considering it's about 65% chance of them winning. But the Drow farming pretty fast. We do have this Lone Druid with a range form Lone Druid also farming quite a bit. OD would probably like to have that Drow on his team, but unfortunately it's on the side of Team Secret. So I wonder what's gonna happen here. Like, Anti-Mage definitely farms pretty fast, but that is also the case for the Drow. And I think that you can be at around level 25 minutes. If Nisha farms something like sort of Eyes, it could be pretty dangerous for this OD. I mean, both OD and AM actually. The charge is gonna be committed here. They try to go for the silence onto this poor lone druid. He's going to be able to disengage. Still fighting Puppy here. The damage is very high, but with no hammer, he cannot finish the deal. And it looks like the slows here on Pasha are pretty strong, but Pasha will be able to disengage. Nothing major actually happens. No one dies. Anti-Mage, though, keeps on farming. Already has the bands as well as the Perseverance, pretty much. Thank you all for being here. What do you think Valve were trying to achieve with this update? The meta seems fucked. I don't know. I disagree. Oh my god, I was using a hat, but I think it was too dusty. And now I don't feel well. Oh god. Okay, they will get a charge here onto the Lobster. A pretty long charge, and he doesn't have Trankos. Oh, hello? There's going to be a dead Sand King. The Burrow Strike is there. Not enough mobility to actually disengage there, unfortunately, for Pasha. Mid one already has about 76 extra attacks. We here will TP to the middle lane, trying to defend this tower, and it looks like he is going to be successful. For now, the only tower that VP was able to acquire was the tier 1 top one. They do get a deny here in the middle lane, and with the Astro being committed, they almost initiate on the OD, but he is going to disengage just fine. Alright. Mid one gets his Arcane Rune right here. Pretty low cooldowns. And I mean, yeah, the game is pretty low. I wanna see what Roger is actually doing here. He is actually maxing Blast off and has the Veil of Discord selected, no ult. So it looks like this is definitely more of a fighting techies than your usual, let's just lay some mines and hope that people actually group up. That's interesting. No remote mines here. Just going for the Clarities and the Veil. He's trying to set up here for the runes, but it looks like there's already a lot of secret heroes here just waiting him out. That he's gonna get charged. Oh, nice. Stun right there. It looks like he's going to be disengaging. He doesn't find the bounty, unfortunately, but Pasha is going to show up. They do have the Veil. The silence is off the mark, and now they kind of consider committing the Doom right there, but it looks like Roger is just going to fall to the damage of that tomato plus the charge from the Spirit Breaker. But Pasha shows up. He's looking for that Burrow Strike. No one is not really there. Even if he finds a Burrow Strike here, I'm not sure how much he's going to be able to do. The Sandstorm is going to be committed. They commit the Dust as well. Getting vision of Pasha, but he just stuns and disengages here. The Bear doesn't have a Radiance. In fact, he doesn't really have any items besides his very small items. Ramses completes his Battle Fury. Now he's going to be farming towards that Manta, probably. Show some game stats. Draw Ranger, the highest net worth. Ramses is pretty close, though. He doesn't go for the Thompson build with the Blink Dagger. In fact, he gets the Shadow Blade first. So maybe looking for that anti-mage Q. He doesn't have that Manta for now. He is pretty tanky. But if the Drow gets lucky here... Oh, hello! Nisha. Nisha? Oh. Looks like the anti-mage doesn't really get found. Roger is gonna die for VP sins right here, but that's definitely a worse skill than the anti-mage dying. Pasha is setting up here with his Sandstorm. Does clear up the wave, which makes pushing here quite hard for Team Secret. A ward is going to be laid out as well, trying to get vision as they kind of backdoor the tower in a way. Spirit Bear there just trying to do his thing, taking quite a bit of damage. They also have vision with this ward. They actually have a sentry. Oh. They actually have a sentry here that reveals this, but they don't take it out. Interesting. I guess Solo was afraid of being jumped. Oh, they will find the vision that came from the side of Virtus Pro. And now Pasha still trying to at least stop the push, stop the creep wave, but they can still group up because there's no backdoor protection here anymore. In the jungle, it looks like we do see Techies again showing, and he is just gonna get dove. That's the poor fate of a Techies. Feels bad, man. Yikes, he gets taken down, but as it happens, the anti-mage is farming top. He finally forces Nisha's TP towards this lane right here. Let's see if the Drow Ranger can find Ramses. Oh, they're not gonna get the vision. They're not gonna get the vision, and Ramses is gonna TP out. Shows up here in the bottom lane. AO gets his second bracer, looks like, or the urn. No, that's definitely the bracer because he already has charges in the urn.
Top tower is under attack.
A charge. Looks like it's going to be on no one. They do have the Doom as well as the Drow Ranger in position, but look at that. The Dazzle and the Sand King are also here. He will dodge the charge with that Astro, and now the Epicenter being channeled. Can he actually get on top of the Doom? They do not have enough damage. It seems like Puppy will fall before he can cast the Doom. He actually cast the Doom onto Tech. His OD dies for it. So that is a pretty good trade here. They traded Doom for an OD. I think they're okay with that trade. The Doom doesn't find the kill onto the Techies. In fact, he might be setting up. Has that veil, but look at that. The entirety of Team Secret maybe looking for the Techies, maybe trying to pincer around this tower. Oh, hello. They're gonna get vision, and it looks like Roger. He does stop the charge. Well, oh, hello. That's a lot of damage, but this is a beefy Spirit Breaker, and you are going to be taken out. Drought trying to defend bottom here as they do claim another tower. So 3,000 gold lead for Team Secret, and in terms of win probability, still at about 60. I mean, not even 60, right? This is like... It's like 54. Okay. So Drow keeps on farming. Level 15 and 19 minutes. Quite respectable. Although, you can definitely farm faster if you do get the Blink Dagger. The Shadow Blade, it's more of an offensive item. Instead of a farming item. Solo here, just trying to protect his jungle, make sure that they have vision around that area. The top lane, we do see Ramses just farming. He already has the Asha, and very close to the ultimate orb to complete that Manta. Then he's going to be way harder to kill, and he also offers a lot of burst potential as long as you get that Burrow Strike or the Mine that stuns. Oh, speaking of the Mine that stuns, it looks like AO does get stopped exactly because of it. They do explode some remote mines right there, but not enough damage. That's the stasis trap I was talking about. 20-minute mark. It looks like Secret finds 2 bounties, and VP will find 1. So, no, actually. Yeah. Drow Ranger still farming right here. No fears of staying in the Radiant jungle, so they know there's not a lot of mines. In fact, there's not a lot of mines in the map. Like, if we check the entire map, there's one here that gets taken out. Looks like Secret's still looking for Roger, and this tech is he's just being chased. It's pretty bad, actually. He's gonna commit the suicide towards the low ground, but he gets found by the Drow Ranger anyways, and that is another kill. So this tech has already died 6 times. They will get an answer right here. Do they have the Burrow Strike follow-up? They don't. Looks like the Sand King will disengage. The charge gets cancelled by the Spirit Breaker, and there's just a stalemate going on here in the middle lane. They might be interested in Roshan, and it looks like Nisha, he gets in, but not really sure about it. Will they go for it? They will. Oh, maybe they won't. Maybe they will. Hello? Okay, so it looks like Team Secret will go for the Roshan, but look at that. They are going for a smoke here, trying to stop this Roshan. 50% HP, the Epicenter is going to be channeled. They do have the Blink Dagger. Burrow Strike doesn't find any heroes here, but stops Roshan from dying. Roger will be taken down by the damage from nice Mana Void onto Zai. He's pretty low. The blink away. Zai will survive for now, but it looks like OD actually finds one. Boop. That gets the kill. The Doom is not enough to find the Outworld Devourer, and it looks like, okay, the Dazzle gets sent to the high ground thanks to a bash. He's going to survive the Fear Spell onto the Anti-Mage. He's gonna get found by the one wall, but the Mana Drain from his illusion is not enough to find the kill. AO will survive against those Arcane Orbs, and it looks like Team Secret still looking for a play. Mid one tries to get inside the tree, so they're gonna trade 2 for 2 Techies and Sand King for the Drow Ranger. Dark Surge, it's definitely on the advantage for Virtus Pro. Not only they stop the Roshan, they also get a better trade, I have to say. Oh, that is weird. Hello? Hello? Are we back? Hello? We're back, I think. Okay. Do you guys know who's casting the mainstream for these games? I actually have no idea. Alright, middle lane. OD actually going for the treads. We saw a lot of Tranco boots being purchased. That's usually the Thompson way of playing OD. You know, I guess it's like no talismans with Trancos into Kayasha. In this game, we do see the blink, no force staff, surprisingly. Nice stack right there. And now that you can farm ancients with this boy, I mean, it was pretty good. You can farm super fast, especially with the Yashakaya.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Weird lags. I mean, yeah, that lag was definitely not my end. Nisha with his level 17 drow, getting pretty close to Butterfly. He will pop a smoke right here. Roshan still up about 70% HP, and they are looking for someone to play with. Tech is laying some mines. Can they actually find a jump here? Puppy has them available pretty fast thanks to the Tranquil boots, but most of Virtus Pro are holding the high ground right now, so this is not an easy engagement here, especially with the Lobster already setting up here in hopes of breaking the smoke. It will actually... Hello? The Anti-Mage blinks away, pops the counter spell. Burrow Strike onto the Doom. Can they actually get the Doom onto OD? They will commit for it, and now Ramses throws up. He knows that there is no Doom, but he gets center stomped, and the damage from that Spirit Breaker is there with the wall. OD and Dazzle already down. Everyone on the side of Team Secret still alive, and they quickly will collapse towards the Roshan Pit, I think. They do see Ramses around the area, but you can just quickly and easily join this Roshan Pit. I think this is a great idea. They take the mines out, and this is going to be another Roshan attempt. At this time, I don't think it's going to be stopped by Virtus Pro. They do have the Epicenter available, but with no OD, no follow-up for a fight, this is going to be Team Secret's Aegis, and it's actually Nisha that grabs that one out. Epicenter has no man and mole for casting. Bowie is better than the official. I have to disagree, but... oh, hello? Epicenter onto the Doom with a charge counter spell. Pasha does find a bounty rune. Can they actually find the kill? They don't find the kill. Dust gets committed. Puppy very low in HP. They will get a Gus here. Astro onto the Drow. Nice hammer finds the kill onto Doom. And it looks like AO is going to be next. 3 heroes already down on the side of Team Secret and Nisha. His Aegis is going to expire. If he doesn't get out right now, there is no room for him to escape Nisha. He's going to get Burrow Stroke or Butterfly. Doesn't matter when there's 4 heroes just gangbanging you. And that is a triple kill for the OD. And all the advantage the Team Secret has. Just slow, I mean, not slowly, very quickly disappears, and the win probability for Virtus Pro starts growing and growing. The Anti-Mage already level 22 here, definitely ahead of the Drow. So, I mean, we were talking about Drow versus Anti-Mage farming. This Drow has been fighting way more than farming, and Rams is completely uncontested. They've been hunting Roger for quite a bit, but it looks like, I mean, they did find some kills. But at the end of the day, you're killing attackers instead of stopping the Anti-Mage from farming. And this means that this tier 2 tower here is taking a lot of damage. The only response from Team Secret is the Glyph. And they are all alive besides that Drow Ranger. So let's see if they can actually stop this. The Anti-Mage finally joins his team, has a Lincoln Sphere available, and he will just man up. Oh, no, not really. He gets out. The Catapult still doing damage, but it looks like finally Virtus Pro will be forced to disengage from here. They actually don't fully disengage. The Anti-Mage goes bottom. The tech is still trying to get some mines around, just trying to get some control over this area.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Alright. So the Anti-Mage will blink away. TP's here. Not really sure what he's going for next. Could go for that Basher. Looks like Nisha finds a kill onto the Lobster here. Probably committed a Gust. And then that's just an easy kill. The Drow is pretty farmed right now, level 19. A lot of damage. The anti-mage though is around the draw. Should be careful. Let's check everyone's items here. The Spirit Breaker going for the Heaven's Halberd. The Draw Ranger going for the BKB. The Lone Druid with the Daedalus. Daedalus and Desolator. So that's a lot of damage here, especially with the attack speed from the Drow. Curious to see how much damage this boy is going to be able to dish during the fight. The Greaves already done for the Darkseer. The Doom with Vlad's on the way. Looks like Takis has that Veil and he's going for the U-Scepter. The Outworld Devourer with BKB, Kayasha Lincoln's on the way. Anti-Mage has a lot of gold. He actually gets feared away from the bear. And the Dazzle with the Tranquil Boost doesn't really have much of his name. Besides the Bad Juju. Okay. I would expect that Anti-Mage goes for a Butterfly next over the Basher. Definitely depends how he wants to play. For now, he doesn't know what he's going for. Looks like the Darkseer here has a Haste Rune. Alright, so, I mean, in terms of win probability, VP has the advantage. Then you pair that up with the fact that they have an anti-mage OD. So, super scary late game lineup. I don't know, I mean, this Lone Druid has 12 slots. But at the end of the day, I mean, the bear doesn't make that much use of the slots anyways, and oh, hello, they're gonna get a Burrow Strike right here on the bear and the Doom. They do stop the advancements from that OD with the charge. They do get a good silence here. Doom is already dead, was not able to commit his ult, and they will get a Gust here onto Ramses, although he gets the silence off with the Manta. The damage is there. They do find the Sand King, but it looks like for now the anti-mage is going to be fine. Very close with the vacuum back into the wall. The anti-mage still had enough mana to blink out, even though he was being right-clicked by his own illusion. And it looks like the anti-mage is going for that Butterfly. He is also... he's not being charged, but if he stays here, the Spirit Breaker will find... Nope. Looks like Ramses will just blink out. Tech is just exploding some mines, it looks like. Roger. So this game is so weird, you know? They have this stack keys on the side of VP. I think they know they're in a good spot, so they don't want to force things. In fact, they can't really force that much. So, you know, they're farming non-stop just because Team Secret is afraid of moving around the map. Thanks to, you know, what could be here. It could be 90 mines just waiting for Team Secret. They will finally go for a smoke gank anyways. They do have that Doom available. They also have some wards that it looks like they want to place around the map. They also set up for the bounty rune, so they will trade 2 for 2, it looks like. Team Secret with the Lone Druid here in the bottom lane, as well as those Smoke Heroes. Not really sure if this is going to last for long. And there's no tier 2 in this lane, so they could maybe force this. I think they do have a lot of damage, and there is no mines. Not sure if Team Secret knows about it, but they are in position.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
The middle lane, they do have that smoke going right here. It looks like they get a charge onto the creep wave. And nope! Hello! Looks like our cow here gets spotted pretty quickly. Didn't expect a mine in such a weird position. And he does get farmed by Ramses, of all heroes. BKB now done for the Lone Druid, so... does have a lot of DPS as well as some sustainability. He can from line a little bit more. Draw Ranger with that Shadow Blade. We'll start farming here. There's no vision from Verdus Pluralist for now, but now no one does get a glimpse of the Draw Ranger. They just exchange some looks. Pasha just trying to stun the bear right here. Just being pesky. He's gonna get vacuum. Can he actually get on top of him? U-Scepter holding him down. Do they have the Fear Spell? Pasha actually blinks out. So that was a defensive U-Scepter. And now with the Burst Strike, they do get a surge here onto Nisha. The damage or the Gust are not enough. And they will disengage. Empty Mage. Hello, hello, puppy. He gets mana voided. Not enough damage. The charge onto an illusion. So puppy is going to be fine. So a lot of poking, not a lot of real fights. Just a crazy game overall. AM net worth. Yep. Oh, hello. That is a hammer. BKB onto Nisha. We'll be able to at least zone the OD away. The OD has his own BKB, so he is not afraid of actually committing for this. The blink from the anti-mage, a lot of damage onto AO. They do not have mana void available, but one arcane orb with that slow, it looks like it's more than enough. They will find that Q buyback onto the Spirit Breaker. The Astro with the Burrow Strike as well. BKB on the OD finally gets activated. The Draw Ranger doesn't have her ready. The Spirit Breaker can actually find the Sand King. So Pasha is the first hero that on the side of Virtus Pro. They're trying to look for this Roger techies. Mid one gets surged away. Can Roger suicide himself? He can. So he is going to be fine. I mean, he's dead, but he doesn't give the kill away. Now Solo commits the point of touch right here. It looks like the OD might be interested in using that haste rune for his own benefits. The anti-mage is around. Puppy still holds the Doom, but they're not going to be able to get on top of anyone. And Virtus Pro, they do disengage. They try to get on top of the Dazzle here. He's trying to use the tree area to disengage. Where's the Fear spell? There you have it. They will find the Dazzle. The Nether Strike, not even needed, I think. But they do find that kill. Another charge, this time towards, I guess, the anti-mage. But doesn't want to go for it. Nisha with the Shadow Blade. So what's Nisha's level here? He is level 22, so he's approaching that level 25. Already has Lincolns on the way. No Side of Eyes. Expected Side of Eyes just so they can kill the OD and the anti-mage a little bit easier. Another smoke on the 17th Secret. It looks like they actually saved a lot of smokes here. Oh, anti-mage. He commits. So they cannot go for the Doom because they know he has counter spell. So unfortunately, Puppy, he couldn't actually go for that. Basher on onto the anti-mage. This guy is mega farmed. Win probability more than 80% for sure.
Dire are scanning.
Dire scan. Just looking for someone here. There's no one here. Puppy did finish his Vlad, so in terms of items here, Ghost Scepter now done for Solo. The anti-mage with the Lincoln's Butterfly Manta. OD with the Blink, Lincoln's BKB Ashakaya going for the Side of Eyes next. Sand King with the Uceptor Phase Boots. And, oh, hello. It looks like we do commit a vacuum right here. The Centaur, very, very fast with that surge. But he is going to perish to the Poison Touch. It looks like, nope. They commit the Greaves just so that the Centaur does not die. AO taking a lot of damage from the mines here. In fact, there is a lot of mines inside the Ocean Pit. They break the Lincolns from Pasha. Bounty rune time. It looks like they will find at least one rune here on this side. But BP, they get the other 3 ones. Bottom lane, the anti-mage making sure that the creeps are hitting the tower there. He doesn't want to be showing. After all, they do have that Spirit Breaker, and even with the Lincolns, if there's someone setting up there, they could get the charge off. Alright, so the game definitely starting to get harder and harder for Team Secret. They have a lot of damage onto that Lone Druid, but they don't have the best setup. They don't have the best lockdown. Doomy is nice and all, but you know, if you're relying on a Centaur Stomp... Oh, speaking of Centaur Stomp, they actually get the vacuum with the Centaur Stomp and the Doom on top of Pasha. Roshan is pretty low. They do have a lot of mines inside the Roshan Pit, so even if Team Secret wants to fight this, this is so dangerous. Look at that VP. They will get the Aegis onto the Anti-Mage as well as the Cheese onto the OD. They don't really engage even though they actually bought back Pasha. But he just wanted to make sure that Team Secret, they're not going to commit super hard onto the Roshan Pit there. And if they do, he's going to be alive to actually punish them very hard. So they get one Sand King killed, they force one buyback, but at the end of the day, Anti-Mage still holds the Aegis, and the Cheese is onto that OD. All of the pieces are lining up for Virtus Pro. They actually get an Abyssal Blade kill. Oh, that is a poor little bear. And Anti-Mage finds 300 gold. Level 25 gets the Counterspell Magic Resistance. Quite surprised that he ended up getting that. There's not a lot of magic damage on the side of Secret, I guess. You know, there's a little bit of damage coming from the Spirit Breaker. And Darkseer, you know, has a lot of mana. Alright. anti-mage blinks forward, actually blinks towards that hero with the hammer. That's so much damage. Lundru just dies, there's no buyback. What? The wall gets committed here, actually slowing everyone down. BKB onto that OD, and where's the epicenter? They actually never committed. Silence onto the Sand King. They will find a kill onto the Drow, buyback onto Doom as well as Nisha, and they're trying to do as much damage as possible with AO. He's gonna fall, no buyback for the Spirit Breaker. The tower is under assault, and there is no response. They don't have a Doom. Looks like everyone on the side of VP is alive. They get a Silence right here. Puppy trying to disengage Ramses well before she commit the Manta to actually get out OD with the Astro, but Nisha actually being booped by all those anti-mage illusions, and they're pretty strong. The epicenter finally gets committed. No BKB onto the Drow. Doom is going to fall, and Nisha, he is next. There's no way he can actually survive. The damage is insane, and everyone on the side of Team Secret is dead besides the Darkseer, but he doesn't have wall, and they don't have any hopes. So, alright. D.Bowie, what is Olesia? I have no idea. Maybe that is his girlfriend. I actually don't know. But, yeah. This was game 1, guys. Thank you all for watching. I will be casting the entire series as well as other games. So hopefully you guys are having a good day. I will be back in about 10 minutes. So enjoy yourselves. Actually, I need to fix that. Let me just get you guys some music. Stay in the stream here because there's definitely going to be more casting. Just change the name. So VP1 versus Secret 0.
Is this when I give or I gave up? It's like I know what to say, but something's getting in the way. This person that you so admire, now stuck in such a bad attire. Break it down.
Do it for my home homies, they be back home, still homegrown. Trying hard to get back at it, but no one knows where I'm going. Running around like a jaguar, now I'm headed back to the tropics. Going hard for my fam, yeah, now I'm headed back with a profit, yeah.
Always one step ahead, but I can't seem to feel a moment. I'll be peeking through doors, every one of them carefully closing. You don't need to tell, I'm out of time. Felt it trickle into the heart of mine. Say, is this when I give or I gave up? It's like I know what to say, but something's getting in the way. This person that you so admire, now stuck in such a bad attire.
On the road.
Will I cry? Will I leave behind broken and crumbled signs, hiding all my roads to you? Uh-oh. And if I fight, will I come to life?
about this love affair. You can make me go away. I don't really care if it's getting fair. I just wanna love you, babe. You got me around your finger. Got me in a twisted state of love, but I refuse to see it. Yeah, you can turn me upside down, turn my heart inside out, but I have never given up. Do it again, just do it again. Sleep is for the dead and love is for the weak. Yeah, play me till I repeat and fade. Yeah, you can turn me upside down. Do it again, just do it again. Yeah, you were what I need, don't you understand? We were made to fall in love. Give me what I ask, let me hold your hand. Baby, you just have to know. You got me around your finger. Got me in a twisted state of love, but I refuse to see it. Yeah, you can turn me upside down, turn my heart inside out, but I have never given up. Do it again, just do it again. Sleep is for the dead and love is for the weak. Yeah, play me till I repeat and fade. Yeah, you can turn me upside down. Do it again, just do it again. Yeah, give it to me, give it to me. Just do it again. Give it to me, give it to me. Yeah, you can turn me upside down, turn my heart inside out, but I never given up. Yeah, do it again. Sleep is for the dead and love is for the weak. Yeah, play till I repeat and fade. You can turn me upside down. Do it again, just do it again. Give it to me, give it to me. Just do it again.
Don't stop, turn off the lights. Nauseous when I wake up. Don't quit, I fell for you. Don't break it in two. Long time before I knew us two would follow through. Hold out, don't give it up. Good things can come to those who wait. 'Cause you make me feel like this is for real, and I want you till trees grow on the moon. If you're a falling star, I wanna fall with you. I want you till it falls out the sun. It's standing up for you, it's standing up for you. Ooh, ooh.
5 seconds.
Greetings and salutations, no offense. My voice is not perfect today, but yeah, let's go. Hope you guys are having a good day. Supposed to be a pretty hype matchup. Virtus Pro, they did win, I guess, relatively easy, even with the techies. So I wonder if Team Secret is going to be forced to take the techies out, or if Puppy will just grab the techies himself. Let's see what Team Secret will do here. They do wait to take the techies out. Will you take the techies out? You switch from the YouTube stream? Thank you guys. Anyone that can do that is amazing. Really helps me out if you can actually go from YouTube to Twitch. But if you can't, if you don't want to, it's fine. They don't take the techies, by the way. They remove the Rubik.
Team Secret's turn to pick.
And they take the Beastmaster out. First pick from Team Secret, the Magnator. There are still a lot of partners here. They didn't remove PA. Oh, speaking of PA, Virtus Pro, they're gonna snatch the PA for themselves. And they also get an X. So the X, deals pretty well against the PA. You do take a lot of damage once the X gets the Blade Mail. You don't want to go live to 1 PA earlier on to mitigate the damage. So yeah, it's definitely problematic, especially when you have Empower. You're gonna do way more damage than normal. So I really like Virtus Pro response, and they do snatch an Ember. So, he at level 20, he does get the True Strike. You're going to be able to hit PA every time, and you will have the Empower to deal more damage. I wonder if it's going to be enough, though, to lock down that PA. What is the Magnophone Winter Clash, sir? I don't know. I have no idea how they actually got all these big teams to play against each other, but they are. So, let's just enjoy the dotes.
Virtus Pro's turn to ban. Team Secret's turn to
Nobody is talking about Viper in 720. Yeah, I agree. I think Viper definitely has a spot, and I think he's gonna show up as an answer to Phantom Assassin eventually. I think the hero is actually quite solid with Yashakaya. You just, get the Wraith Bands, Yashakaya, Tranquil Boots, and you just chase people down. You probably go for the Aghanim Scepter build. I think the hero is actually better than most pro teams make it look like. But I think it's gonna take a while until they're like, all right, let's just use this against Huskar, let's just use this against PA, maybe Spectre as well. Morphling gets removed here in the second phase. The bird was also taken out by Team Secret. They, Magnus and Ember, they don't want to be hitting the egg, so they're already in a pretty big disadvantage in terms of how they're gonna play the game. And the egg is also pretty good at canceling, at zoning any blink initiators, right? So it's just good that they take this out. What happened to Yapser? I think he's just on a break. Just wants to travel, maybe. We're getting pretty close to Christmas. Maybe he just wants to go and see his family. Magnus is going to carry the game. Kappa and Power is going to carry the game. So they take the Sand King out as well. They don't want that instant initiation on the Ember. Maybe they also want the Ember to play a very glass cannon style. So you don't want to have a Lincolns on that Ember. You just want to go full damage. Oracle is going to be the hero for Virtus Pro. Dispels the Empower. And, it can cancel the RP stun. There's a lot of good stuff that the Oracle brings to the table. And Team Secret, they didn't remove it. So I guess the Oracle being on the Magnus lane is going to be pretty good. He can always just dispel the Empower. Magnus is not going to have that extra damage to work with. It's also very good at taking the Flame Guard out. So I think Oracle was probably the best pick that Virtus Pro had. They also have a great Oracle player anyways on solo. So it's probably going to be a solo Oracle with a support with a Roger Axe. But they could definitely give this to Pasha if they so wish. Axe nerfed. Is he still good? He's pretty good.
Virtus Pro's turn to
Alright. Witch Doctor is the pick. Was not expecting the Witch Doctor, to be fair. So the Death Ward does not have True Strike. It only gets True Strike with the Aghanim Scepter, if I am not mistaken. Still, having this Maledict is a lot of burst damage. So the Death Ward is invulnerable, blah, blah, blah. Can be controlled. Doesn't say here, but I think I did research this once. And you get True Strike with Aghanim Scepter. You don't have True Strike with the normal one. I could be wrong.
Secrets. Turn to pick.
Bowie, which team is best now? According to your reply, please.
5 seconds remaining.
I think both teams are pretty equal, but there is no Yapster on the side of Team Secret, so they're definitely playing on a disadvantage, I have to say. I think KO is a pretty solid player, but Yapster, Yapster is the soul and core of Team Secret. I think they actually lose quite a bit without having him on the team. Medusa is going to be the 4th pick for Team Secret, so pretty hard to take down. Very hard to be bursted down against the PA. You also have that protection against the PA, even through BKB, which is nice.
5 seconds.
Also farms at a very fast pace. Makes use of the Empower, even though it's a ranged hero. So there's a lot of good stuff about this pick here. I just wonder if this is going to be a safe lane Ember or a mid lane Ember, because I hate safe lane Medusa. I think it's super slow. Doesn't really do much. Gets pressured. But that's the same argument for me not liking safe lane Ember. So, I don't know. I think there's...
Turn to ban.
I would prefer the Ember Spirit safe lane just because he can get level 6 and just start fighting and getting back in the game. Whereas the Medusa cannot do much. Like, you already start a slow game, and once you get level 6, like, you don't even want to learn your ulti. So, I would like to see the Medusa mid with safe lane Ember, but, it depends on the lanes. It really depends on a lot of stuff here. That's most likely going to be an off-lane Magnus for Zai. They removed the Invoker, and they're gonna go for a Centaur Warrunner, so I guess support Centaur, or maybe support Magnus. And OD is the answer. Once again, guys, this is game 2 between Team Secret and Virtus Pro. Hopefully you guys are all hyped up. I am pretty hyped. And yeah, that's a Zai Centaur, support Magnus, Poggers. What a hero. What a time to be alive. And on the side of Virtus Pro, it's going to be Solo on the Oracle, Roger on the Techies once again, with PA being played by Ramses, the Pasha Axe, and no one playing the Outworld Devourer. Guys, if you are on Twitch, you can actually vote right now for who you think has the better draft, the better chance of winning. So, who is winning game 2? You have to type 1 if you think VP is going to take it, and 2 if you think Secret got this. So, yeah, make sure to make your voice heard if you're on YouTube. Your vote doesn't count, but you can always drop on the stream. The link is in the description, by the way. So, make sure to get here. OD is lowest win rate, right? Yeah, but people are dumb, but they don't know how to play the hero. OD is quite solid as a hero right now. Guys, Dota buff, the flat Dota buff win rate is one of the dumbest status you can ever use to justify a hero being good or bad, alright? So, if you want to know if a hero is good or bad, you look for MMR, you go to the highest MMR, and then that's going to be better, but even better than that one is competitive win rate, right? To check whether a hero is actually good or bad, so... I don't think there's a lot of OD games, but I have to say OD is pretty solid. So I'm going to take the poll out. It looks like everyone thinks VP is going to take this. So let's see if you guys are correct or if you're going to... Oh, look at that mid one being tipped by the entire Virtus Pro roster. Jesus, was that necessary, guys? Come on. Alright. So... a lot of taunts here. It looks like Roger is pretty happy to play a second game of Techies. Nisha already in position right here with the Medusa. They do not have any wards here. The bottom lane, we do see the Ember, so it's going to be a safe lane Ember, which, as I said, I prefer. I think that is the best course of action here for their draft. And, it kind of goes both ways. You could say that OD is good versus Medusa because it drains the mana. But now that you have the talent here, which gets you 35% more Mystic Snake, so you're draining in total 55% of anyone's mana. You know how much mana an OD in the mid game has? It's about like 2,000, 2,500. That is so much mana that Medusa is going to be pretty happy with those Mystic Snakes. So... I wonder if he's going for that talent route. Usually what you see is people learning the going for the Kaya Yasha when they go for that talent. Solo here making sure that AO cannot steal the bounty rune, and we're gonna see a normal 2-for-2 right at the start. Ember Spirit here taking some damage from Roger, but he doesn't go for that blast off mid one. Still pretty healthy. Alright, Solo actually... Oh, hello! Solo predicts what the Magnus was going to be doing, which is maybe stacking this for the Medusa. So very early on, he goes for a ward there to block the camps. Empower is going to be committed here for the Magnus. Solo has the Fortune's End to dispel that, but he actually doesn't commit and just disengages. Takes a fair amount of damage here, but he will be able to eat his way towards the tower. And AO here keeps on trading, but trying to be sure that he doesn't take any tower hits. He now tries to drag the creep wave around. Doesn't have a statue, so this is going to be very costly for him. And Solo keeps on chasing, although he doesn't have the burst damage for it. So the Magnus is probably going to be fine. Now Zai forcing Ramses here. Oh, another Fortune's End being cast. He's going to be rooted, taking some creep damage, but he is most likely going to survive. I don't know. There's actually a lot of damage coming through here. Mid one taps the techies of all heroes. And it looks like Roger's trying to go for that off-lane pull. Will he be successful? He won't. Mid one shows up. Oh, hello. One creep does get interested in the tomato-potato option there. AO pretty low here against Solo. Nice deny as well. So in terms of mid lane here, how are we doing? It looks like that's a 3-for-2 against a 7-3. So that Astro proving to be pretty pesky here. Nisha definitely getting the worst end of the trade in the middle lane. Mid one pops that Flame Guard to get some CS. He's the highest CS for now. And there's even a sentry here from Roger actually blocking this large camp so that Secret cannot make use of those pulls. Zai trading a little bit here versus Ramses does get the stun. Can they actually get a double edge? There's no double edge. So Ramses not only brings strikes away, he pops his Sal, and he's just going to be fine. Yaps are on vacation. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like a vacation 100%, but he did went on a break. Oh, Ramses? Yeah, it's the deny. No, doesn't go for it. Now taking even more damage. His salve is pretty much wasted at this stage. So taking a lot of damage here. Both taunts being committed. And pretty slow game. It looks like AO was trying to go for that pull once again. He gets stopped by Solo. Still level 1, so that's definitely one of the downsides of having to chase the Ember. To chase the Magnus. You're not gonna have a lot of levels, so he cannot even burst the Magnus with that Purifying Flames combo. Speaking of the Oracle, though, he shows up here, commits that Fortune's End, but it doesn't look like they actually want to battle the center. They know how strong this guy is. He even has a skill point missing, and also have the stick to get more mana in case it's necessary. Mid one here, just trying to farm this camp. Trying to contest the offlane pull that Roger ended up going for. Zai commits his own self. And he has those 13 retaliate stacks. So he can become pretty strong at one point if he so chooses. Actually, reflecting quite a bit of damage. He actually goes for the second point in retaliate. Nisha with the level 4 Medusa here. Oh, looks like we actually missed first blood. I'm sorry, guys. Puppy actually finds that kill, and the Oracle dies at top lane. What a beautiful cast, guys. What a beautiful cast. I wonder why I don't get higher. Oh, look at the damage here. Extra 88 damage onto the center, trying to chase Ramses. Can they actually get this kill? The Blink Strike towards the creep wave with the Fortune's End, buying time, but the creeps are tanking the presence of Zai here. They could still get the kill onto Ramses. Still looking for the kill. The double edge is there. Not enough damage to find Zai. He finally gets taken down thanks to the right clicks from the Oracle. The middle lane, no one actually being zoned out here. 19 and 10 versus the 14 and 6. So the OD, although he's taking quite a bit of harass, is ahead in terms of CS in the early game. Roger actually just jungling here as he stacks some small camps. Pretty weird that he's doing this. And now Witch Doctor does show up. Another mine being used. He gets on top of the mine to make sure that the Witch Doctor cannot take that out, but can he get on top of the tech? He's no Maledict. I don't think he can actually get that kill, especially because the tech is now mega fast thanks to the new buff. So he's just gonna disengage. It looks like the Ember is trying to set up for the bounties. Actually buys the bottle here. Doesn't really want to fight Pasha. They do what? Puppy somehow actually got the kill into the techies. It was pretty slow, but he did find it. And now it looks like Pasha is going to set up here for the bounty rune. They do have the Witch Doctor in position as well. Doesn't have a cask, but even then, Pasha actually does not commit for the bounty rune, which means that Secret will snatch the 2 bounties here in this bottom side of the map. Ramses is once again pretty low, and we do see Zai trying to close up the gap and go for that kill. Ramses gets his level 4, but Zai is already level 5 in a little bit, so pretty good beginning here to the offlane center. Nisha already has Empower here. This is a level 1 Empower. After all, the Magnus is only level 2, and Magnus needs to be careful here. They will commit a cask onto the OD, but they don't really have any more lockdown here. No skiller to make use of that cask. Hello? Okay. Weird mine here in the high ground. I actually had no idea you could do this. Interesting. Hello? So mid one gets his level 6. He can now go back to the base if he gets too much pressure. He can also counter TP in other lanes, but he needs to be careful against Pasha because he can always cancel his TP. He's gonna have to TP from the fog, and it looks like they're gonna get a good Astro here with the tech. His suicide, he denies himself. Nisha pops a Fairy Fire, surviving. The Fairy Fire being the difference maker here. Nisha, although he's very low, will be able to walk it off, and I think he's just gonna commit for the Jacuzzi here in his own jungle. Mid one still pretty low here. He's actually taking quite a bit of damage from Pasha. He probably is trying to bait some sort of play here. They actually scout Roger rotating towards this lane, so they do know exactly what's going on. I wonder if they can just get on top of the tech. Is there you have it. They're gonna commit a Fire Remnant. Roger, they commit the Stampede as well. Where's the Searing Chains? What?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, I think Searing Chains cancel that, right? Maybe I'm wrong and it doesn't.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Trying to battle Zai here. He does have that level 6, was already committed. And Nisha quickly rotates here towards his own jungle. They do have a juicy stack right here for Nisha to start farming. And with that Empower, this is going to be relatively easy for him. Nisha only level 6, so not that high level, but the OD is pretty much on the same tier of experience, so I guess doesn't matter that much. Spectral Dagger is going to be committed. In terms of CS here, the center is doing pretty decent. Pretty much tied with the Axe. The PA a little bit behind the Ember. And I mean by a little bit, I mean actually quite a bit.
Dire's
Main one.
bottom tower is under attack.
TP's back to the fountain. Has that Remnant to work with. Actually already has travel, so pretty early timing for him. And this will allow the Ember to be super active in the early game. He pops the Searing Chains here onto the Pasha, but doesn't really try to commit after all. It's a pretty tanky Axe. Zai going for that Vanguard, no surprise against the PA, and now tries to boop solo here. VP, they do have this ward, so they know exactly where the center is. It's gonna be pretty hard for them to actually do anything. AO goes towards the bottom lane. They do get a cast right here with that Shockwave. Can they actually get on top of Pasha? With that Maledict, it looks like this is going to be a pretty easy kill. It does take some time because he has a double stout shoot. At the same time, the top lane, they find the center, so very close. I mean, very similar play on both sides, right? A very big rotation towards the off lane, and they do find kills on both the off lane. In fact, looks like the OD is going to be farming here. Already has the triple. No Talisman, farms himself a stack. Now going towards Treads. Why does Axe has 2 stout shoots? It's just pretty good. You can just drag the creep wave around towards the camps and farm more. Allows you to, you don't really care about creeps aggroing to you. Solo gets some vision around here. It looks like they lose the Takis. Mid one finds another one, so he's 2-0-1. And that is the perfect scenario, you play the safe lane Ember, not a lot of pressure. I guess they expected that because of the Takis on the side of Virtus Pro. And you just farm, you get those boots of travel, and now you can be so much active around the map. I don't like to rush travels if I'm playing mid-Ember, but when you're playing safe lane, it just allows you to, like, it makes it less painful for the Ember to be active because you have less levels, and you're in the safe lane. So usually you already TP to your lane. It's travels are. It just feels pretty good. And now mid one is trying to set up here for the bounty rune, clears up the camp so that he can farm it on the next minute. And the Takis tries to just snatch up the bounty, but knows that mid one is around. Oh, double damage. It's going to be on no one's pockets. Middle lane, the Melodic here has committed. Oh, hello. Stampede towards solo. Can they actually find this kill? Commits the. What the hell is that? I don't know. Zai solo survives. Another Stampede that gets wasted by Team Secret. They didn't want to commit their spells because of the Fate's Edict being committed. The magical damage was going to be denied. And that actually saves the Oracle. Oh, top lane, you do get a call here trying to taunt Zai towards the tower. They don't get a good taunt duration. And it just looks like Magnus and the Oracle are not going to be able to find any kills for their cores. And we're going physical damage this game? Yeah, probably. You have the Empower. You also probably want to get the True Strike talent. Oh, hello. They're going to get a good Searing Chains here onto the PA. Pops that Blur, but doesn't buy enough time. The Cask with the Maledict as well as the Flame Guard. It looks like that's definitely enough damage. Oh no, they get the Fate's Edict here. And the Blink Strike towards the Oracle. Somehow Solo actually saves the PA. Can they actually deny? Oh boy, yes they can. Virtus Pro. Even though this is a 5,000 gold for Team Secret, they make it look so much harder. And they do claim that tower. But a lot of cute little plays here from Virtus Pro. Definitely a good, mentality boost that they actually pull those plays off. You know, doesn't really change the game that much. But the PA does survive. They do deny the Takis. It's 7 and 2. That's a huge goal difference right here. That Medusa is farming super fast. Thanks to the Empower, has been here for a long time, and level 12 at 11 minutes, that's the dream. Pretty much, they will send the OD towards the top lane. They definitely want to fight this, and Roger, he has another blast off ready right now. Can they get the Astro to set up the blast off? Roger is around looking for the play. He doesn't go for it. Stampede is going to be committed. The Fate's Edict holding Zai in place. Actually, the Fortune's End, and they pause. Oh. So lag. Looks like the Fortune's End will lock Zai in place here. I'm not sure he's going to be able to disengage. There's going to be an Astro in 4. Maybe if he TPs right now. If he TPs instantly. Go for the TP, Zai! He's dead. Goodbye. Alright, so... yeah, I mean, there was a 4-second cooldown on the Astro, but I think you cannot TP during the route anymore, so he had to wait. Probably felt like he was going to die anyways. Witch Doctor, setting up here, has level 6. I wonder if they can get this kill with Pasha as well. Now Haste Rune, where is the Maledict? Right there. Pasha tries to get on top of Puppy. Where is the Death Ward? There it is. That is an easy kill mid one on a killing spree. Strike. Wasn't Techie's absolutely useless in game 1? I don't think so. It definitely changes the way you have to play. You know, it's harder for the enemy to go for smoke ganks. For instance, they went for a smoke gank once and they couldn't go up this ramp because there were the mines just like beep 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 beep. So you know that they're smoked in a way. I don't know. I think there's definitely some benefits that people are slowly finding out. It's just you need to be able to play very well into those strengths. Now VP, speaking of smoking, will commit for one. And they want to get mid one right here. Can they get a good Blink Berserker Skull? This is a pretty hard catch. Hello! They get it! Where's the Fortunes? And they cancel that Flame Guard. Nice hammer! Just destroys the poor Ember before he can get out. Was trying to commit a Sleight of Fist to get out, but couldn't actually get it. Now OD TPs to this bottom lane. There you have it. Zai is taking a lot of damage. The stun only finds the PA, and Mr. AO looking for that RP, but now he's going to scare away. It looks like Zai gets the tower, but at the cost of his life. And now AO trying to TP out. It looks like he's going to be successful, and he finds himself the Blink Dagger at around 14 minutes. Pretty good start for him. Already maxes the Empower here, just showcasing that he wants to enable his cores to its full potential. Nisha already level 14 with the Manta, so no Yashakaya. Pretty fascinating here. Still waiting to see if he's going to get the Mystic Snake talent or not. We do see Virtus Pro going for a smoke once again, but that is a smoke gank on smoke gank. They will find mid one and get the Assyrian Chains onto the Oracle here, but the false promise will buy time for the solo Oracle to disengage. They do get the Death Ward here, a lot of damage. I'm not sure solo will be able to survive, but they do find another call onto the RP. No, he gets Asso before the RP can go through. They do get the Assyrian Chains onto the X. A lot of damage coming through. Pasha looking for a play. They lose the Magnus before he can RP. Nisha shows up with that beautiful ult, just zoning no one out. Nice Astro buying time, but Zai is going to be here. Where is the Hoof Stomp with the double edge? Do they have enough magic damage? They will get the Fate's Edict onto no one. The right click from Puppy, not enough. The Mystic Snake looking for the OD. He's still alive, has the region going through. Ember Spirit, where's the Slide of Feast? They will go for a Searing Chase. That's a double kill for mid one, and they finally grab that set. Trombones flying out, and it looks like Sacred they're also gonna get 2 bounty runes here on this top area of the map.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Alright, so 7,000 gold here in terms of Gaben probability. It looks like Secret is at about 75%. Still pretty low, I think, considering how the game feels, the fact that they have a Takis, and look at that, AO has that RP, still up, looking a low solo. He tries to TP to this tier 2 tower here, but he's going to get found and spotted out. Let's see how much they can keep on pressuring. They have the Empower, they could even go for it on the Siege Creep, the Nisha Medusa in the front line. Still 17 seconds for the Oracle to show up. Do you even pop your Glyph here to be sure you can commit for this? The Spectral Dagger does crit, but that's only a level 1 crit. The Cup de Gras on the PA so slow. So little damage, unfortunately. They do get the Mystic Next talent onto the Medusa, by the way. Tower already down, Serene Chains. They will find the PA here with the Hoof Stomp. Where's the damage? RP only onto 1, but they will find Ramses regardless. The Death Ward once again being committed. Pasha, False Promises there. Is enough damage? The Serene Chains with the Slide of Fist. They are trying to buy more time. It looks like mid one is trying to go back to the base, as Nisha just zones everyone out with that Catapult. Nice use of the power spike of that 15-minute timing by Team Secret. You see a Medusa lineup, you expect that to go super late, but they just get a good fight and they just group up, and it looks like the first lane of barracks will fall. Pasha with a smoke. Can they at least stop Secret from disengaging? They would like to, but they don't.
Has fallen.
Alright, so very good by Team Secret. They do find one fight and they quickly collapse into this mid tower. That PA is a joke of a hero right now. Doesn't have Battle Fury, only level 1 Coup de Gras. The damage was not there for the defense to happen. And you know, even though they got this very early Blink Dagger onto Pasha, it felt a little bit underwhelming. The stack is here not doing the same impact that he had in the first game. I started casting it around 5 minutes, so it was hard to really see how the tech is impacted the early game, but he definitely felt more impactful in the first one. Oh, look at that, the Serene Chains with the Stampede. Can they get on top of no one? They try to get it, but they will trade 3 heroes for no. Oh boy. Oh, that is a dead shrine. I think this game looks pretty over, boys. It looks like we're going for a game 3 here, and everyone, I mean literally everyone, oh boy, we have a GG. Everyone was like, no, VP got this. They have the PA, they have the Tekis, and in 18 minutes, Team Secret with a standing, just showcasing how much that Magnus is strong. They just win so early, you know, with a Medusa. You definitely don't expect that normally. But they get it, which means we are going for a game 3, guys. If you enjoyed the cast, make sure to follow here and sub on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to watch this on Twitch, it really helps me out. And I will be casting game 3 as well as a lot of other games. So stay tuned because I will be back.
Foolish heart, and don't wait for magic sparks. Make it work, although we get stuck on the low. Breathe out, we can't forget. Hurts like a bayonet. Could you make me feel we're in this for real? And I want you till dreams grow on the moon. I'd give it all for a look, for a call, for a kiss, for a roll, a part of any universe, of any planet in the sky, brought emotion by your light. You're a star in the night. You keep me up when you say, fall into my arms. Love is strong, come along, fall into my arms. Come on over, let your soul fall into my arms. Finally I can feel you, finally I can see you. Fall into my arms. You move the mountains in my way, make me whole, make me sway, keep me up, keep me sane, and let me love you all the same. Send in the trumpets, send them all, calling fire in the hall. Come to life, let it blow. You give me hope, and I say, do you see me now? Do you see me now? Like I see you now. And I'm calling, fall into my arms. Love is strong, come along, fall into my arms. Come on over, let your soul fall into my arms. Finally I can feel you, finally I can see you. Fall into my arms.
I wanna get closer, wanna come over, I wanna get moving, grooving. Your folks disapproving, we can have fun, yeah. Don't need no money, and we can be brilliant without millions. Baby, it ain't no closer. Wanna come over, I wanna get moving, grooving. Your folks disapproving, we can have fun, yeah. Don't need no money, and we can be brilliant without millions. Get up and down, get up and down, get up and down and move around. Get up and down, get up and down, get up and down and move I wanna pull over and pick a 4-leaf clover. I want you to kiss me, diss me, and say you really miss me. We can watch stars, yeah, and we can dance on top of cars, yeah. We can make billions, not zillions. I wanna pull over and pick a 4-leaf clover. I want you to kiss me, diss me, and say you really miss me. We can watch stars, yeah, and we can dance on top of cars, yeah. We can make billions, not zillions. Get up and down, get up and down, get up and down and move around. Get up and down, get up
Virtus Pro's turn to ban.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Greetings and salutations, no offense. This is game 3 between Virtus Pro and Team Secret. And I want to ask you guys something. What would you rather watch after this game is over? So we actually will have two options. Because Liquid and LGD will be up, and there's also VP versus Navi. So let me know what you guys would rather watch. Just yeah, you have to be on Twitch to vote. So if you're on YouTube, make sure to drop by the tweet stream to get your voice heard. And while you're at it, follow me there. Alright, Skyreth Mage being picked by Team Secret, as well as the Centaur Warrunner. So the Skyreth Mage, you know, has a lot of bursts. Sometimes it's hard for the Dazzle to actually get the graving time. The Silence also works wonders versus that Dazzle. Why isn't Yapster playing? Because he's on a break. Mainstream doesn't even have game up yet. Thanks, Bowie, for being a good caster and having it up as soon as the draft is. Really? Oh, that's crazy. Alright, now, this is another question, actually. Do you guys prefer that I cast Liquid versus LGD now? I guess that is a better question. Should I stop casting this? Yes. No, cast this. Now, yeah, I guess if I stop casting this, I have to go for the Liquid one. Make sure to vote on what you prefer. Twitch link clip, please. It's on the description, Sahil. Just go to the description. All right, so people want to watch VP Secret first.
10
okay.
seconds remaining.
So it looks like you guys want me to cast this and then go to the Liquid versus LGD match. All right. So we have a Dazzle Beastmaster on one side against this Skyreth Mage Centaur Warrunner on the other. So no, there's a lot of push and teamfight on the side of Virtus Pro. Not only do you have that AoE minus armor from the Dazzle, you also have the attack speed from the Beastmaster. So whatever the cores that Virtus Pro picks, as long as they are right-click damagers, or right-clickers, damagers, you're going to be able to do a lot. They actually take the Terror Blade out. Okay, let me take the pull out.
10 seconds.
You never want to do a combo breaker. It's time. Game series is hype. 1-1.
5 seconds remaining.
Thank you very much for your follow, by the way. Namies. I mean, better safe than sorry, right? I'm just asking. At the end of the day, I'm only here because you guys are watching. So, whatever it is that you guys want to see, I will do it. Besides getting naked. That is another website. So the Morphling being taken out by Virtus Pro. They don't want that burst damage. Pretty hard. I mean, you can even become the Dazzle as the Morphling. And actually, I never seen that interaction. You know, maybe bad juju works when Morphling becomes the Dazzle. And then it's like the most broken shit ever. You can actually like use Ethereal Blade on a 4-second cooldown. Just because you have bad juju. Where's Yapster? Yapster is on a break, boys. Yapsur is being subbed by AO, and he played a pretty interesting support Magnus last time. Team Secret actually took the Magnus down because this game is actually Virtus Pro that has first pick. Ended up being able to snatch the Dazzle. And IO is the last ban on this phase here. Team Secret, they get the Nisha Anti-Mage. I wonder what Virtus Pro is going for next. So, you know, Anti-Mage has a lot of good things going here. Beastmaster, unless he goes blank, doesn't really offer a lot of lockdown onto the Anti-Mage. You can always reflect that Primal Roar. Pretty sure those pro players are going to be very, very careful on how they use the counter spell. Can also reflect the Poison Touch. Dazzle is a hero that doesn't really like gap closers and can always just force the grave onto him. We still don't know if this is a mid Dazzle or not, so I also have to watch out for that. Hello, Bowie. I just hit Divine and all my games are toxic. Any advice? Just keep doing what you're doing, man. Bowie, the Dota Streamcaster sucks in comparison to you. Keep it up. The Dota Streamcaster sucks in comparison to you. You mean like the official one? I mean, I'm a pretty bad caster as well, guys, but thanks. I'm not saying the other one is bad too, because I didn't watch the stream, alright? Bad Juju is ultimate. Morph doesn't replicate ults. Well, you know, Phantom Lancer has an ult, and it does work when the Morphling becomes the PL, so... Who knows? Who knows? Ice Frog. Ice Frog works in weird ways, man. You never know. He's still so humble, it's unbearable. You mean me? I'm sorry, chat girly 1848. Sorry, dude. Or, I'm not sure if you're a girl, actually. There's an official stream for non-humble casters that you can definitely find out on Epicenter EN. It's probably at the top of Twitch. So Lion here is the last support, I assume. I mean, I assume this is Dazzle Lion support, but they could definitely switch that Dazzle up. Just grab Techies again. I think they're not going to go for Techies anymore on side of VP. They are 1-1 with that, and you're playing versus an Anti-Mage. I think that Dazzle would be a huge... And they go for the OD on the side of Team Secret this time, so they snatch another hero for Virtus Pro. I like this. You know, you can always Astro the Dazzle so he doesn't get the Graves off. Oh, so the Drow Ranger here for Virtus Pro. So, who knows? This could be mid-Lion. You get mid-Lion with the damage talent, and you just get the Drow Ranger attack speed, and suddenly the Lion is a freaking truck. It's hitting more damage than it clinks. Now, they do have their last bans here. Let's see what Team Secret is afraid of. Beastmaster is definitely off lane. We're still figuring out whether Drow is going to be mid or safe lane. I really think mid Drow is way better than safe lane Drow, but if they want to play the Lion or the Dazzle as cores, usually you see them in the middle lane just because they really need that experience, but we have to wait it out. The Luna here gets removed, so they think this is going to be support and support Lion and Dazzle. They take the Luna out, which makes a lot of sense. You know, Luna, Drow Ranger. I think it was OG that ran that strategy.
5 seconds remaining.
You are fine at casting. It's just really, really hard to solo cast and observe at the same time. Chinese are racist. Just cast this one. What? What's up, Daypart the Weeb? Thank you all for being here, by the way. Callum, Daypart the Weeb, Pukuku, Chat Girly, Forever Psychotic. Alright, so Brood Mama gets taken out by Virtus Pro. That's a very weird Broodmother ban, but I guess Zai could play it, and then it runs center as a support with Skyrift Mage as a position 5. I like that he actually got the Skyrift Mage since they knew they were going Anti-Mage, so, you know, you can get this Skyrift Mage early, and he's not going to be afraid of an Anti-Mage. Of course, there is Drow Ranger there with that Silence, and the Lone Druid is going to be the last pick from Virtus Pro. So the Drow Ranger Lone Druid is going to be the pairing. You already have a lot of push. You add that up with a Beastmaster, and the attack speed that they have is out of this world. Gonna have to wait and see if it's enough to actually lock down that anti-mage to actually battle against the OD. It definitely looks enough. The front line from the bear, like OD, definitely hates playing against heroes that outrange him, and they already have 2 heroes, both the Draw Ranger and the Lone Druid, with a lot of attack range in comparison to the OD. What is Team Secret going for in the last pick here? Will they offlane that center, or do they have a weird hero pick that will turn the tides in the draft here for Zai? Let's see. What's up, Marts Ching? Bowie, you are in the K3C Face It qualifier. I think I am. I don't know what's the last pick here, guys. Like, maybe get something that can buy a Crimson Guard. So, like, get an Underlord. Get, I mean, Magnus is banned. I saw OG Sap playing offlane Spirit Breaker. I wonder if that is something that Zai could go for. He likes those weird heroes, the heroes that just die a lot, and then everyone else makes use of the death. So maybe Underlord, maybe Batrider? Batrider versus Lone Druid is not cool, but it's okay versus the Dazzle. Maybe something that can just get on top of the Dazzle here. There's not a lot of very mobile offlaners left anymore. The Sand King is taken out. I think the center is fine. Okay, that's mobility. You can also build an Orchid and just get on top of the Dazzle. Let's see if it's going to be Zai on the Nature's Prophet, or if that's a support Nature's Prophet. AO is going to be on that Scarif Mage, and they are still deciding here between the center. It is going to be a Zai center with a Papan Nature's Prophet. Alright. No one is going to be playing the Drow Ranger. Roger on the Beastmaster. So that is what? That is an offlane Dazzle or offlane Lion. Alright, this is weird. Feels weird, man. Alright, just a second here. I'm going to... Okay, casting game 3 between Secrets.
10 seconds remaining.
In Secret versus...
5 seconds remaining.
Oh boy. Okay, sorry guys. I'm very sorry. I know you gotta promote yourself sometimes. Okay, that is done. And by the way, guys, if you are on the Twitch stream, you can actually vote who you think is going to take this game. So who is taking game 3 based on the draft and your biased opinions? So type 1 for VP and type 2 for Team Secret. Let's get this poll going here while the game doesn't start. Lion's always solos hero. Yeah, he definitely likes playing Lion. If no one is playing that Drow, that means they play 4 versus 5. Depends. But yeah, you can play very greedy as a Drow, kind of similar to how an anti-mage plays. But you can always fight. You know, we saw a very active Drow Ranger. I think it was the first game. I don't remember if the Drow won, but it was a very active Drow. Ended up going for the Shadow Blade instead of the Blink Dagger after Wraith Bands. Alright guys, let's get this game going. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate you guys present. It looks like VP has an upper hand, but not by much. 63% of the votes here going towards... wait, let me just... Oh god, I think I did an oopsie here. Alright. Duke it out. A lot of bats here. A lot of tips. Jesus, my brain is just... Okay. So, Solo and Rams is here in the top lane. It looks like they will invert the lanes. At the start, Pasha with that core Dazzle. Looks like already has a Fairy Fire here. Will be laning against Zai and Ao, it looks like. And in the middle lane, the OD versus Drow Ranger matchup. So, OD has a slight edge in terms of... actually, doesn't have a slight edge in terms of damage. Oh. The Drow Ranger, did they buff the base damage? I think they might have buffed the base damage on the Drow Ranger. But that's actually more base damage than I expected. And this means that the Drow Ranger outranges and has better base damage. I think the animation from the OD is probably better, but always gotta be careful against the puppy rotations. He did start with Nature's Call, so until he's level 3, you probably don't fear the ganks that much. You know, he's not gonna have Sprout until level 3 and the teleportation. In terms of bounties here, Secret will trade 2 for 2, but Roger already dealing a lot of damage here. Does low from that boar. Pretty annoying here. 10% move speed low. Okay. So let's begin, boys. Nisha actually blinking out. He wants to go towards his bottom lane here. He wants to be in this lane rather than the other one, and that is one of the benefits of the anti-mage. Very mobile hero. Actually wastes less time rotating by foot like that. And the Earth Spike's gonna be committed here. A lot of treants. Puppy trying to deny most of those. At the same time, that's actually pretty good for Secret because they're gonna get level 3 or 2 on Puppy very fast. So he will have the option of those rotations very early. We do see Roger here trying to zone the Scarif Mage away, taking some damage, but pretty high HP, pretty decent HP region. Nisha trying to get a CS there. He blinks out at the end. Roger with the support Beastmaster here. Actually pretty annoying for Scarif Mage. He's very low in armor, and those boars, they do a lot of damage. He actually farms one with Nisha's Anti-Mage, and he will have the blink to disengage shortly afterwards. Pasha starts with the Poison Touch. No surprises there when it comes to core or core dazzles. No one. Oh, trading some hits right here. Puppy's still level 1. He's pretty close. Level 2 needs about 1 creep worth of experience, but for now he's actually trading hits here with Solo. The Earth Spike gets laid out, but that treant keeps on attacking, and it's actually the Lion that is forced to disengage. Puppy still not level 2. Gets it. And now Ramses will be forced to disengage here. The Bear, though, another very annoying unit that he can use to actually zone Puppy a little bit. Anyhow, overall, just a lot of booping here. Not sure if we're going to see First Blood in this lane. In this one right here, they actually end up going for a pull. And now is Nisha trying to battle against Roger's units right here. He will be able to drag one of the creeps out. Pasha doing pretty well, already 8 and 2, but Nisha not doing terrible, 7 and 1. The Poison Touch is going to be committed, forcing Nisha to disengage. But that is one of the benefits of having the Anti-Mage versus the Dazzle here. You can always Blink Strike away, and there's not going to be a lot of Poison Touch damage. Whereas if this was any other hero, he would take way more, and that is a hard lane. Especially now that Pasha could probably buy boots. He knows that even with boots, he cannot get on top of Nisha, so he doesn't go for it. But against a hero, oh, look at that. Puppy finds the Radiant Courier with the teleportation, and even commits the nature units here. He's actually doing something weird with the creeps. Not really sure what he's doing, but this is going to force no one to last hit on their tower, and that's never good if you're a range hero. Yeah, still 0 and 0. No First Blood. Pretty weird lanes in terms of kill potential. You know, just a lot of booping. Anti-Mage can get First Blood, that doesn't necessarily want to go for it. Scarif Mage can get First Blood, but he doesn't really. They don't have any setup, any stuns, any extra damage. They do get a Hoof Stomp onto Solo here. Do they have enough damage? The Fairy Fighter is gonna be there, and it looks like Solo might be able to disengage Zai. Still looking for that one right click, but the Earth Spike does buy time, and now Zai gives up on the chase. In terms of middle lane here, 11 and 7 on the Drow versus 12 and 6 for mid one, so slight advantage there by the OD. And it looks like we actually have First Blood in the bottom lane. Pasha dies, Puppy gets that kill. A lot of damage from that Poison Touch actually coming through. Nisha taking a lot of damage from the Poison Touch and the Boar poison damage, but he's not going to fall. Even gets a Tango from Pupan, and now he's going to be able to go for it eventually. Already committing. Oh, the Poison Touch actually didn't bounce to Nisha, but I'm pretty sure he was dead if he did actually bounced. He does get himself a salve now. It's gonna be fine. And it looks like middle lane, mid one does pop that Equilibrium here. Goes back to full mana. And the draw starting to catch up a little bit in terms of CS. The game though still pretty slow. Not a lot of, I mean, there's aggression, but not a kill potential aggression. It's just a lot of pokes and boops. Zai trying to look for that Hoof Stomp. Oh, I think he almost got it there. But with the Bear on top of him, he's going to be zoned out, taking quite a bit of damage. The bottom lane, Nisha already went through that salve, and also for most of the tangos that he bought, so a lot of harass coming here. It looks like Solo ends up dying to the Scarif Mage. That was probably a concussive shot that found a kill. And now the Scarif Mage already TPing to this top lane, looking for the Baron Room. There is a bear, but maybe if he waits it out perfectly, the bear was not aware of the Scarif Mage presence. A little bit unaware there. Rams is not paying attention to the bear, allowing the Scarif Mage to snatch that one up. In the middle lane, we do see no one already level 5 versus level 4 of the OD. So actually gets ahead in terms of denies and gets that experience advantage. They do get the concussive shot right here with the Sprout trying to body blocking from the treants. So much setup thanks to those little treants, and they find the no one kill. Very good play by Puppy there, just perfect. Uses the natures all inside the Sprout, so one part is blocked by the trees, the other part is blocked by the actual treants, and they will get an Earth Spike right here. Zai trying to go for the Hoof Stomp, gets hacked as the animation was coming through. Can they actually find a kill onto Zai? The root finally comes through. Hoof Stomp is there, but he doesn't find an angle for the double edge. Actually doesn't have double edge, only has 3 points in retaliate. Earth Spike off the mark, and they get the Fear Spell. They cannot. So the Zai center actually lives through all of that. At the same time, though, Roger is going to get found right here, and the damage from those treants finds another kill for Puppy. So he's 2-0-2, being a part of every single kill on the side of Team Secret. Very good early game by that support, Nature's Prophet.
Regeneration.
Bottom lane right here, the Poison Touch gets committed. Pasha, already level 5. Definitely making good use. I really like VP's draft, you know? You have two ranged heroes that have level 10 talents that give damage. So both the Dazzle getting 75 damage and the Lion getting 90 damage. You're gonna make so much use. Oh, speaking of that Dazzle, you actually get the silence onto him, the Sprout zoning him out, but not enough damage to find the kill. And that forces a rotation from Ramses here in the bottom lane. Will start farming a little bit more. And I mean, then you have Laundry with a lot of attack range, Drow with a lot of attack range, and attack speed coming from a Beastmaster. I think this is... There's going to be so much physical damage on the side of Virtus Pro. Well, they do get a good slow right here onto AO, and the damage from that Drow ult being procced. They find that Q, the Scarif Mage, has no response. Zai, level 6, has that Stampede.
What a beauty.
The middle lane looks like no one already has 3 Wraith Bands. Probably going for the Treads now. And Pasha. Not really sure what Zai is doing here. Maybe he's trying to set up for a kill in a way, but he has no vision. He is now going to TP towards his bottom lane. Has that Stampede, so Virtus Pro, they have to be very careful. They do not like to play against gap closers, the Dazzle, the Drow. They're not gonna like that army of heroes just jumping them. Okay, 8-minute rune. It's going to be an Arcane onto mid one, and the damage with that slow coming from the Arcane Orb is going to be more than enough, or is it? The Fairy Fire buying time for Roger. He actually acquires enough time to get the Shrine of Hammer. Still not enough. Roger disengaging. Can they actually get on top of him? They cannot. They find a kill onto the Scarif Mage, and now mid one being chased down. Can they get this little OD? He does have a TP, and they're not fast enough to stop this. The bear was not in position. At the same time, it looks like Pasha will find Puppy, or maybe it's the opposite. There's a lot of treants here trying to chase Pasha. He doesn't have Poison Touch to actually get on top of the Nature's Prophet, so Puppy is just going to be fine. The Drow keeps on farming, already level 7 right here with the Treads and a lot of Wraith Bands. The Anti-Mage doing pretty decently in terms of CS here, going for the double Wraith Band into Treads, so now probably wants to finish the Treads into that Battle Fury. Pasha zoning him a little bit. We are 9 minutes in. But yeah, overall, pretty slow game, not a lot of pushing, just a lot of farm coming from no one's Drow, and you know, the Anti-Mage as well. They are trying to close the gap right here. The Poison Touch was committed. Pasha does not find another hit to keep the debuff going, so Nisha will disengage for now, and it looks like they might be interested in pushing this. Ramses summons the bear right here, but Puppy with the treants trying to dissuade Virtus Pro to get too much tower damage, and at the same time Zai is doing the same here, and it doesn't look like Roger can stop him as much as Team Secret can. Pasha still just camping the bear right here. They do have 3 points in the Shadow Wave as well as 3 points in Poison Touch. No Grave. They actually lose the Lion in this middle lane. Mid one finds that kill, but Puppey was there as well. He gets a D ward as he sets up for the Bounty Rune. It looks like VP going for a deep dive, looking for Nisha. They don't find the anti-mage kill. And at the same time, it looks like this will allow Secret to find 2 Bounty Runes here in this top area of the map. Not a lot of... They actually found 4 Bounty Runes. They will commit the Stampede. Sprout is going to block Pasha's path right here. And Zai doesn't even pop. The Hoofstomp finally goes for it. They will find that kill. That's actually a Mana Void from the anti-mage. The Fear Spell not buying enough time for the Dazzle to disengage. And look at that. Not only they found that kill, Team Secret, they get the tower in this bottom lane. The Astro is there. Roger is going to be munched down by mid one's double damage. So Team Secret just doing so much in the entire map. No response from Virtus.pro. The Drow is farming, don't get me wrong. Let's check the net worth, in fact. The Drow is not even that farmed. He's behind the Anti-Mage. The Anti-Mage was in the offlane. This is not looking very good for Virtus.pro right now. It's gonna take a while until that Dazzler is level 10. It's going to take a while until the Lion is even level 6. He doesn't have the Finger of Death to work with. This is not looking like a great and bright early game. Let's check what Gaben thinks. It's actually a 50% win rate, so it looks like he values this Drow Ranger strategy very, very much, especially with the Dazzle paired up with it. Alright, middle lane, it looks like Skyref Mage is level 5 still. So the support's actually struggling levels quite a bit. Roger still level 5, the Skyref Mage still level 5. Solo, I think he got a tome because he gets level 6 and they will find that kill, giving Solo his first Finger of Death stack. So now 50 extra damage on the next one. Pretty good for him. Looks like there's a courier here bringing what seems to be the treads for Ramses. This tower though still up. The pressure for Virtus.pro was not enough to find that. They do find Primal Roar onto the Beastmaster, and he's going for that early Vlad. Look at that. The Mystic Flare being committed. Pasha still alive, doesn't have Grave, but they might be able to turn this around. The Poison Touch onto Zai. He has Stampede, so you need to be very careful. They will commit the Stampede even though it didn't feel like it was necessary, but VP, they keep on going. They're trying to pincer around Secret's Tier 1 tower in the top lane, and Zai now, he doesn't have a TP. He is pretty much by himself, but they will just commit for the tower. The only hero looking for Zai is the Dazzle, and it looks like Zai might be able to make his way towards that side shop and find himself a TP scroll. At the same time, the Anti-Mage is farming here in the middle lane, just shoving it up, and he already has the Ring of Health here going towards that Battle Fury. So 2,000 gold lead, pretty even in terms of win probability, looks like. So still have a lot to go until we actually know what's going on in this game. Puppey, still not level 6. Would like to have that Wrath of Nature. But I think he's the last hero to get to level 6, right? Yeah. It's level 5, but the Lion already level 6. And the Beastmaster already level 6 with the Primal Roar that he's yet to use. Alright. Looks like no one keeps on farming. Level 10 here. Going for the Shadow Blade for us item. Pasha with his level 9 going for the Necro 1 build. Pretty strong build. Roger here with his level 6 still. Looking for play, looking for that Primal Roar. Puppey finally gets his level 6, but the game is pretty slow. You know, everyone's just farming a little bit. Drow, level 11. Just one shots the dragon. You know, just standard Drow Ranger stuff. I guess we can check everyone's items. Skyref Mage with the crown as well as a lot of no talismans here. The OD with the face boots Yasha. So going for the Kaya Yasha looks like. Anti-Mage getting closer and closer to that Battle Fury. Centaur, Vanguard, and Blink Dagger on the way. Very farmed onto that Centaur. And the Nature's Prophet with a Bracer. Beastmaster doesn't really have much going towards that Vlad's. The Pasha Dazzle going towards the Necronomicon. Lundred with a lot of Wraith Bands. Probably going for a Maelstrom next or a Dragon Lance. No one finishes the Shadow Blade. Let's see if they can actually find Nisha right here. Where is the Silence? Doesn't even go for it actually. Oh, the Silence is there, but he doesn't get vision. And the Stampede will be forced. So yeah, they review the Shadow Blade. Stampede gets used, which means that Virtus.pro could go for a more aggressive play now, knowing full well that there's not going to be that same disengage next time. Do they have any smokes on their supports? It doesn't look like that's the case. Roger, though, gets himself the Vladimirs, and look at that. The Primal Roar is available. They don't even need it because they know that Stampede is on cooldown. And look at Zaya's move speed. He actually gives up on living, and he gets taken down. Let's see if they can set up for the bounty runs right here. There's still Primal Roar onto the Beastmaster, so this is actually very scary. Pasha zoning him with the Poison Touch. They do get a good Earth Spike right there, and that's a kill. He doesn't commit the Finger of Death, surprisingly, so he would rather save the burst damage rather than just starting to build even more Finger of Death kills. They actually pop the smoke, no vision from Team Secret, and still no Stampede for 58 seconds. So let's see if they can actually find another kill, this time with that Primal Roar Finger of Death, that I think the Primal Roar is still yet to be used this game. They don't really find any. Oh, the smoke actually breaks here. Oh, hello, hello. Oh, dear, they're gonna get the Earth Spike. The Finger of Death is there, and they find that kill very, very easily. And look at that. The Primal is gonna be committed on another hero. They do pop the Mystic Flare. Roger, though, will be fine. And Zai is gonna be killed once again in the middle lane. No Stampede. And now Roger with Ramses. He tries to get on top of the Scarif Mage. That boy's pretty fast. And with the Concussive Shot, he's going to zone the Laundered away. But what doesn't change is the fact that BP, they're gonna claim this tower, and they put all of those beautiful ults to use. Now Nisha, he is farming pretty fast. He gets the Demon Edge, and he is at he's very close to Battlefield. He needs about 200 gold. The recipe is probably in the courier being sent to him right now. Alright. As that happens, they will quickly collapse into the Roshan Pit. A very lucky Drow Ranger double damage, allowing no one to get the Ages of the Immortal. Going for the Dragonlance, already done in fact. And it looks like they might be interested in pushing even more. They do have a Catapult already in this middle lane. Let's see if no one will pressure this, and how much he's going to pressure this. The Lone Druid actually ends up going towards the bottom lane. Oh, hello! There is a Hex. The Stampede will allow the Scarif Mage to disengage. It doesn't look like any kills will be found, but look at the tower falling very, very rapidly thanks to the Necronomicon from the Dazzle, as well as the double damage from the Drow Ranger, as well as the aura from the Beastmaster. The Earth Spike gets committed here, just getting rid of those little treants, and it looks like Virtus Pro, they want to go for a very similar push that we saw Team Secret going for in that game. They have the Catapult, that's the 15-minute mark, and they're just going for a very, very aggressive push. Zai already being zoned away. There is no Stampede, you have to remember that, and there's also no Blink Dagger. 20 gold until that's done, and the tier 3 taking so much damage. Look at Pupan here being zoned out of his own tower. The Concussive Shot is onto no one, but he has the Aegis, he doesn't care. Hex with the Earth Spike, Mystic Flare being committed onto the Lion. They don't find the kill, and look at that, Primal Roar onto the OD. Can they find the kill onto him? Mid one is so tanky, the Astral will buy time. The tier 3 is down though, and it looks like they are trying to finally collapse onto this. The Desolator done, they do get the OD. Will they find his melee barracks? And it looks like they're gonna get this uncontested. There's no way they can fight. Nisha has Battlefield, but that's just it. He cannot TP there and fight. They would rather give Nisha more time to start doing shit, and they will now collapse onto this bottom shrine from Team Secret. Very convincing fight, and the win probability spikes up super hard with this early lane of barracks that they acquired. Nisha trying to cut up a wave here, but he actually is afraid and doesn't commit for the creeps, actually goes towards the ancient creeps. And yeah, pretty rough game right here. It looks like in terms of items here, the Yashakaya is definitely the OD's choice, but he still needs about 1,000 gold. The Age is still up onto the Drow, so it's not even like they can just smoke right now, abusing the fact that there's no Primal Roar, abusing the fact that there is no... I mean, I guess that's the only thing that is on cooldown, really. So that is pretty rough for Team Secret.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Alright, what do I think about Ao's performance? I'm actually pleasantly surprised. He's doing pretty well. He's playing a very similar style of Scarif Mage than Yapster would be playing, and I think it's working pretty well here. But, you know, the draft from VP is just so easy. They need less fights to win the game. You still need to enable this anti-mage somehow, whereas Virtus Pro, they're just going for it right here. They're gonna commit. They still have about 2 minutes of Aegis duration, and look at the towers melt. The glyph is gonna be committed. They pop a smoking. They're trying to wrap around At the same time, the anti-mage is just farming. I wonder if he has any intentions of dropping by this fight. Where's the blink from the center? They're gonna get one, and there's the Mystic Flare. Is it enough damage to find Laundry? It's not. They do get a Finger of Death. That's a dead Scarif Mage. She's gonna commit for it, and it looks like mid one is going to be forced to buyback as well. 2 buybacks already being committed, but look at the melee barracks. They even cancels their TPs. They know that they cannot fight, and they're gonna blink in with Roger. It looks like the hammer is there, but not enough damage. Anti-Mage does show up. They do find a triple kill for Ramses, and the Anti-Mage is just food. Oh boy, that is an ultra kill for the Laundry. That attack speed from the Drow Ranger is insane, and the Desolator timing from this Laundry cannot be matched. At this stage, they're gonna get a melee barracks right here, and Ramses just zoning everyone while they try and get the last objective. It looks like they're already going for tier 4s here. Will they even commit the buyback onto Nisha? They have a mech. That Dazzle in the backlines, just giving minus armor to everyone, just giving everyone that extra bit of sustainability so they can go for this. No one is gonna get booted by the Scarif Mage, but look at the damage. Ayo, you're going back to SCA. Looks like GG flies out, and Virtus Pro, they claim this game. Alright, so we did talk about it. I'm gonna ask again. Oh, it looks like the LGD. Alright, so it looks like the LGD game is over. Not really sure who won game 1, but I'm gonna ask again just to be sure. Guys, don't leave the stream. What should I cast? We're gonna have 2 games now. It's Liquid versus LGD, and we have Na'Vi versus Virtus Pro. What would you watch? Make sure to vote here. You have to be on Twitch, so if you're on YouTube, the link is in the description, so you can actually vote and watch the game that you prefer. Let's get some music here. Do I cast? I mean, I will cast whatever you guys want me to cast. Looks like Liquid LGD is the game that you guys want more, so sure. As long as you guys want to watch it. I just have to tell this. Where's that game actually? What? Why is it not showing on Ghost Gamers? Oh, there you have it. Okay, so Liquid versus. Hello. I'm going to be casting this game. Thank you very much. Damn, the official stream has 10,000 viewers. That's a lot of people. One day I'm gonna be there, boys. Okay. Oh no. No. Actually ended up opening the stream. I'm just trying to tell Ghost Gamers I'm gonna be casting the next game. Chat, I doubted VP. Forgive my sims. Yes, I will cast Liquid vs OGD. Looks like people would rather have that instead of Na'Vi vs Virtus Pro, so that's fine. Man, this was such a retarded game from Secret. What do you mean? Just arrived. Was the Drow? Yeah, Drow was mid and Lone was safe lane. Oh my god, Bowie, what do you think about the combo down? Plus, down, you mean Drow? Alright. AM was a shit pick after all. Yeah, I mean, it was a 3rd pick anti-mage, and that can definitely get punished. The pushing strat worked, and there was no response, unfortunately. I guess that seems to be the easier way to actually counter anti-mage right now. You just get a lot of push. Thanks for the votes, by the way, guys. Really appreciate all of you guys voting. It's pretty cool. Never doubt CIS. The boys are crazy. That's true. Alright, so there you have it. Looks like we have a game. It looks like I am not. My stream is not showing on Ghost Gamers, unfortunately. Oh, tried my best. Looks like Ghost Gamers doesn't like me. Let's go. I'm just gonna. Alright. Liquid won first game. Yes, it looks like they did. let me take this music. I mean, I'm competing. I should actually be casting the other game. I'm competing with OD Pixel, guys. How the hell
5 seconds.
is anyone going to watch this instead of OD? But it's alright. You know, this game definitely looks a little bit more hype. We have Miracle, Mind Control, Kuroki, GH, and Matumbaman together. You know, it's been a while. They've been out of the scene for the first, I guess, quarter of this season. They didn't really show up much. And it looks like they're going to take the PA and the IO down, whereas LGD, they removed the Laundroid, the Brewmaster, and the Beastmaster. Pretty interesting that they removed the Beastmaster, but I didn't watch the first game, so maybe they made some sort of strategy with that. They also removed the Magnus on the side of Team Liquid. I mean, there is first pick on the side of LGD, and there's so many good pairings. We saw the Medusa working nicely. There's a lot of pairings with that Magnus, and they'll just rather take it out, but that gives Dazzle for LGD.
Team Liquid. PSG.
OD Pixel is handicapped by Waga, though. Dude, I love Waga. Talk about the jacuzzis more. Waga is casting? I didn't know that, but that's pretty poggers. Oh man. One day I'll be there. You know, to be fair, I do like, the idea of just casting from home. It's just, you don't have to wear a suit. You're just chilling here in your place. I can just, get eggs whenever I want, and I can cast even naked if I want. That's pretty cool. Well, there is something beautiful to how what's the word for it? Like how... I'm sorry, guys. I cannot speak English today. But it's nice to be able to do everything by yourself, Just have your own stream. There's a beauty to that. Now, Senking and Claudio is the first phase heroes, for Team Liquid. And LGD, they go with the Dazzle Centaur. Senking could be offlane, but it could also be position 4. And the Elder Titan gets removed by LGD. Interesting. If the fountain is a jacuzzi, what do you call the base? A penthouse? Are you South America? Are you from South America? Yes, I am from South America.
10 seconds remaining.
How about VP versus Secret? Well, the game is over. That series is over. VP ended up taking it 2-1. Sorry for the spoiler, but you asked. DK is the first ban here for Team Liquid. They don't want to be dealing against that hero, it looks like. Oh, thank you very much for the follows. No, it's not independent or comfortable, the words I wanted. It's like, I like the idea of a stream that doesn't feel too professional. There is a word, that is a very specific word that I want to use that I'm not going to be able to figure out. But yeah, it's nice to just have a cast. There's no seriousness. I can say whatever I want. I can say jacuzzi. I can say golden shower if I want. And, although it's nice you get paid, there is I mean, I'm already reading chat, You cannot do that on an official cast. I think there's small things, at least on the side of the caster, that are pretty good of being able to cast by yourself. That being said, I would love to get paid, boys. So if anyone wants to hire me, I can even work for free, guys. I'm not even kidding. I just wanna feel like I am getting somewhere. Team Liquid, they have their last ban here. So Terrorblade gets taken out by LGD. There is first pick available for Team Liquid, so we could see a Terrorblade third pick, kind of similar to how Secret went for the Anti-Mage. Didn't really work well for them. But, better safe than sorry. They're also going to take the Kunkka out here for Team Liquid. So, they removed 2 mid laners here. I wonder if they're going for an Invoker play. Kunkka definitely an Invoker counter. And DK not necessarily an Invoker counter, but it's annoying in the lane. And it could also be a Storm Spirit pick by Team Liquid. I wonder which they're going for. There is a Dazzle on the enemy side, so it's very standard to go for that Storm Spirit, but you probably don't want it as a third pick, maybe a 4th pick or 5th pick. Storm, you know, definitely got some hits. You know, now that Pounce disables your ball lining, now that you have to go for a freaking 4 staff to actually get out of that spell. Laid back, yeah, I guess laid back is similar to the word that I wanted to use. You do well and you make it original compared to other casters. BTS, red chat sometimes. What do you mean? I mean, yeah, but, I mean, that's true. Who won VP vs Secret? VP. But a lot of the tournaments are not cast by Moondog or BTS. You know, BTS, they have their own tournament. Moondog has their own tournament. But outside of that, you know, minors and majors, you don't have people reading chat. Sometimes there's like in the panel part of the section, people will read questions on Twitter or whatever, or the chat. But it's, you know, it's a different setting. Now, the Lich is the pick for Team Liquid. You want to be able to deal with physical damage. The Lich, very good at slowing pushes down as well as just hindering some right-click counters. Pretty good versus Dazzle as well, just because of the bad juju. We're not really sure if this Dazzle is going to be a supporter mid, but since they get the Rubik now, I mean, who knows? Who knows? It could be Dazzle and Rubik support. Rubik is pretty nice to have versus Kato. You know, can still... Oh, we can see the Will-O-Wisp. They will go for the Anti-Mage after seeing the Rubik, so that is a second intelligence hero on the side of LGD. That being said, I don't know. I'm not sure if I like this Anti-Mage pick. They don't have a lot of push on the side of LGDs, to be fair. So we're not going to see the same thing we saw. At least it looks like we're not going to see it, as we saw in that third game from VP and Secret. Just a lot of push on one side, and the Anti-Mage just trying to buy enough time. I think this is going to look different. They do get a Juggernaut, not necessarily an Anti-Mage counter, but, you know, pretty versatile hero. Can farm arguably at the same speed as the Anti-Mage if he goes for that Battle Fury build. Can also deal with the Will-O-Wisp very well. There's very little, like... I guess Juggernaut and Lifestealer are two heroes that can actually deal with that spell pretty well, because you can dispel the Blinding Light, and you also don't care about the lamp being turned on because you have that magic immunity from your spell. Bowie, who's your team to watch for this upcoming major? That is a hard question, actually. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, actually. I will have to look at the names and then tell you the answer. I cannot look at that right now, but I can see after this game. After the Cuckoo episode, a lot of casters decided to open the opportunity for you, I guess. Lot of casters decided to open it. Why would people open up the opportunity for me after the Cuckoo episode? It doesn't make sense. There's way more tier 2 talent until I am going to be selected. I'm like at the tier 7 tier of casters, unfortunately. At least, you know,
10 seconds
no one remembers. Whatever.
5 seconds.
Doesn't even matter. The Troll is going to be taken out by Team Liquid. Surprise, you know? I don't think Troll is, especially with the Juggernaut already being picked, but maybe they think that the Jugger is going to be mid, or maybe they expected a mid Troll. Huh. Well, I don't know. Broodmother gets taken out as a 5th man by LGD, and now they do have the chance to, I assume, pick their mid hero, but I'm not sure. Would they go for something like a Huskar?
10 seconds.
I mean, they don't know what is the mid hero for Team Liquid, so I don't think you go Huskar here. Team Liquid maybe
5 seconds.
would go for the Huskar to create a lot of space for that Anti-Mage. That Huskar with the Frost Shield is insane. You just close the gap with the life break and they cannot run away because of the slow from the life break as well as the shield. But let's see what LGD has in store.
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Huskar.
All right, the Huskar. I was expecting the hero to show up. I guess, I mean, you can do okay with the Will-O-Wisp. You can dispel the Blinding Light with your life break, and you do have a lot of attack speed to actually break that spell. That being said, they do have a decent amount of kiting, right? The Blinding Light, the Burrow Strike, the gaze from the
5
Lich.
seconds remaining.
So I wonder how well this Husker is going to do. They do have the Healing Ward to back him up, as well as the Stampede. So this Husker is gonna... It's not gonna be super easy to kite the Husker, but it does look like Liquid has, you know, a decent amount of tools. And now you need a hero that can actually lane versus the Husker. I wonder how Monkey King fares against this matchup, or if they would rather play something that is ranged, you know, that can actually just CS without fearing the Husker being too close. But you have to be careful because, you know, they do have a center. So I don't think picking something like a Lina that can definitely, you know, lane against the Husker, because later the Lina might struggle with too much. Just a second, guys. Sorry, I was just fixing up my chair here. So let's see what Team Liquid is going for next. All right. All right.
Choose your hero.
Huh, we were talking about this hero. I actually saw Miracle. I'm sorry, Matumba Man playing the Viper. I saw Matumba Man and Limp and some other players. You know, a lot of people were talking about the Kaya Yasha build or the Kaya Sanji build on the Viper. So I wonder if this is what Matumba Man will go for. And okay, so we're going to have the Husker versus Viper matchup in the middle lane, most likely. A Miracle Anti-Mage, Kuroki on the Lich, with GH playing the Kato and Mind Control on the Sand Krugen. Chalice is going to be the Center Warrior player, X-Nova Dazzle, FY on the Rubik, Ame Juggernaut, and the beautiful, beautiful Somnus Husker. Alright guys, so if you are watching this on Twitch, you can vote who you think is gonna take this. So make sure to drop on the Twitch stream and tell me and everyone else what you think. So who is taking game 2? Type 1 for a Liquid and type 2 for PSG LGD. Alright, I'm just gonna tweet that I'm casting. Versus PSG LGD. What is LGD's Twitter actually? LGD. All right. So it looks like it's pretty even here. We have Liquid and LGD pretty much tied up. I'm going to give you guys some extra time to vote. But I do want to take this out as fast as possible. Just because, you know, I'm going to forget about this. People are going to complain 100%. I'm going to take it down now. Alright, let's finish the poll right here. And hopefully we're going to have a pretty good game. So Miracle starting with a lot of branches here as well as the Tangos. Looks like I have a question. That Immortal Husker Cosmetic used to have a skill animation. What does it do now? What do you mean?
30 seconds.
Oh, you mean the Inner Vitality?